What is up, guys? Man, I'm hoping you guys are having a great weekend. This episode was supposed to drop, yesterday, maybe even Thursday night when HBCU Game Day kind of broke this news. But man, we had a lot of recruiting stuff happen. I had an unexpected interview that I dropped yesterday. New Jackson State commit. Make sure to go check that out. Also, like I said on the last episode, website completely revamped. We're gonna have recruiting news all throughout the site. Man, you guys are the best. Over 1,000 visitors just within the first like 48 hours of the site launching. We're gonna get content pushed over there. So if you were looking for even more recruiting content at the FCS level, go check out our website, thebluebloodspod.com. But Morgan State, really and truly, the coaching search for them took much longer than a lot of people expected. There was a lot of questions. I know we had some live streams where people suggested a celebrity head coach, Ray Lewis, someone like that potentially taking this Morgan State job because the MEAC, due to them having so few football teams, I believe they're down to five now that Howard has reaffirmed their commitment to stay. They're going to need as many of these teams to be good as possible. South Carolina State sitting on the top. You got Norfolk on the I would say the rise. NCCU coming up as well. Morgan State really and truly has not performed very well, and a lot of people don't give them a great shot to compete for the MEAC. But now they go out and hire Damon Wilson from Bowie State, former head coach there, and he turned Bowie into one of the top D2 teams in the country. I mean, he was there in 2009, and this past season, they made a run to the quarterfinals of the D2 playoffs. 89-45 record over 12 seasons as the head coach of Bowie State. They didn't play in 2020, but since 2015, they have a 38-3 CIAA conference record, just running through the CIAA. He's a three-time CIA conference champion, three straight from 2018 to 2021, a seven-time North Division champion, 2009, 2010, 15, 16, 18 through 21, and has not finished lower than second in the division since 2014. Is a three-time CAA Coach of the Year, 2015, 2019, and 2021. Led Bowie State to win two Black College national titles, 2018 and 2019. And this past year won the D2 Coach of the Year award, the National Coach of the Year award, the first ever CIAA head coach to win that award as well. So a lot of first here, a lot of just success at Bowie State that he's recruited that Maryland area very well. And now Morgan State gets a guy who not only has experience coaching in that region, recruiting in that region, but has found a high level of success in that region. And that's a big thing. Wilson does have some FCS experience. Texas Southern and PV was an assistant there, was on a PV team that made a run for a SWAC championship back in, I believe it was 2008. And this was such an important hire for Morgan State. Their last MEAC championship was 2014. They make the FCS playoffs, lose to Richmond in the first round, but their record since then is like 17-49. They went 2-9, 3-9, 4-7, 1-10 back in 2017, 3-8, 4-6. Morgan State needs just a complete rebuild, and you have a guy in Damon Wilson that knows how to use the resources in that area to build a contender. And not only that, develop players. There's multiple players that he got at Bowie State that people overlooked in the recruiting process, counted out, and he's turned them into stars at the D2 level. And I'm expecting multiple players to transfer with Coach Wilson and come to Morgan State, which could offer immediate upgrades in multiple positions. But I would expect this rebuild job to take 2, 3 seasons, probably, I would say, somewhere in there. I think there's a lot of needs at Morgan State right now. But if you're looking for a guy that has the resume, that has the ties to your local recruiting bases, that has done it at at the highest level of where he was coaching, Damon Wilson is your guy. So for me, even and I think there was a Scotty said this on his last stream. Even if it doesn't necessarily work out, if Damon Wilson has some minor success at Morgan State, but ultimately doesn't get them to where they need to go, you can look back and say that I think they made the best hire they could just looking at his resume, looking at what he's achieved, the area ties, all that kind of stuff, it all makes sense. And I give Morgan State right now an A for this hire. I really do. I really am excited to see what Damon Wilson does with this team. I think what he did at Bowie needs to be celebrated. And I think at Morgan State, as long as they put the resources behind him and support him like they should, I have no doubt that Damon Wilson can turn Morgan State into one of the top teams in the MEAC. Now, some guys that have already transferred. These are two names I would really look out for. I was going to do an episode on, but I figured I'd add it in this one. Dimitri Morcell announced his transfer on Twitter. You can go to my Twitter if you're looking for his official announcement. The CIAA Defensive Player of the Year this past year, a first team All CIAA selection as well, multi time All American. The guy is an absolute stud. And if he goes to Morgan with Coach Wilson, he immediately becomes one of the best defensive players in the MEAC. I mean, Morcell can ball out, and I'm excited to see if he decides to follow his head coach. And also, Jordan Carter, a two-time All CIAA selection, one of the best players at the D2 level, also announced his transfer shortly after Morcell did. They both potentially could be following Wilson to Morgan State. Both of these guys are going to bring a lot of potential, and I don't think it's done yet. But those are two of the notable names that are already have announced that they've entered the portal. That's something to pay attention to for Morgan State. If they end up committing, you know where you can tune in to see the breakdown on their film and talk about how they're going to fit in the Morgan State program right here on the Blue Bloods. But guys, comment below what you think of head coach Damon Wilson being hired at Morgan State. Do you think he can have the level of success he did at Bowie at Morgan State? Or do you think that, or if you don't like the hire, comment below why, man. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. You guys have a great Memorial Day weekend. There's going to be a bunch of episodes dropping Saturday, Sunday, and Monday right here on the Blue Bloods. So stay tuned. All the other news can be found on our website, thebluebloodspod.com. Make sure to go check that out. Save that website. Check on it every day because we're going to have updated articles all throughout the off season and season. Lots of content for you guys to consume. I promise there's more content. There's content for everyone on that website and going to be on the channel, man. So make sure to subscribe, hit the like button. But until next time, guys, the Blue Bloods are out.